Assalamualaikum, my name is Shamira binti Zainal. Before discussing the project details, I would like to briefly explain the overall framework of this report. So this report focuses on the new PET building or stock 6, which form part of the proposed alteration and extension to the existing factory development for Kers Production Malaysia Sdn Bhd. As shown on the slide, the project has a contract value of 15.1 million ringgit with a construction duration of 9 months from 27 December 2022 until 26 September 2023. The success of any construction project depends on effective planning before construction begins. So during the pre-construction stage, important decisions such as project planning, procurement strategy, budgeting, and risk management are established. So these decisions provide the foundation for successful project execution. The report also adopts the principle of project management by integrating key aspects such as project scope, time, cost, quality, and stakeholder coordination throughout the project life cycle. To support effective implementation, the project relies on several management tools. So this includes the work breakdown structure, which divide the project into manageable work package, the work program, which plans and monitors the construction schedule, and the work method statement, which provide detailed procedures for carrying out construction work safely and efficiently. Together, these elements create a structured framework that supports effective project management and successful project delivery. This slide presents the overall profile of the project based on the contract documents provided. The selected project is the new PET building, also known as Stock 6, which form part of the proposed alteration and extension to existing factory development located at Seri Iskandar Technology Park, Perak. According to the contract documents, the project carries a total contract sum of 15.1 million ringgit and is scheduled to be completed within 9 months. So this relatively short construction period requires careful planning, efficient resource allocation, and close coordination among all project stakeholders to ensure that the project is completed on time. So the scope of works includes major construction activities such as site clearance and earthwork, structural works, roofing installation, and the complete mechanical and electrical services, all of which are essential for delivering a fully functional industrial building. The project is supported by a multidisciplinary consultant team. Kers Production Malaysia Sdn Bhd acts as the employer and project owner. Perunding YSL Sdn Bhd is appointed as the civil and structural engineer and superintending officer responsible for supervising the structural works and administering the contract. Perunding KYS Sdn Bhd oversees the mechanical and electrical engineering services, while ARH Juruukur Bahan Sdn Bhd is responsible for cost management, contract documentation, and financial administration throughout the project. Overall, the project is managed through formal contract documentation, bills of quantities, and approved technical drawings, ensuring that construction activities are carried out in accordance with the required standards, contractual obligation, and project objective.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Shamimi Nawara binti Muhammad Zaidi. So I will be presenting work breakdown structure WBS. So let's proceed to slide 3.0, which is the work breakdown structure or WBS for the new PET building stock 6. So what is WBS? WBS is a hierarchical breakdown of a construction project into smaller and more manageable work package and sub-activities. The main purpose of using WBS is to organize the project systematically so that every construction activity can be planned, coordinated, monitored, and completed more efficiently. For this project, the WBS was developed based on the Bill of Quantity or BQ, together with the contract document. We also excluded the earthworks and external work because these items are outside the scope required for this assignment. As shown in the diagram, the project is divided into 12 main work package and 41 sub-activities, arranged according to the actual construction sequence as stated in the BQ. The work begins with the work below lowest floor finish, which include pile caps, column stump, ground beams, ground floor slab. After completing the foundation works, the construction continues with the frame, followed by the step and ramps, roof, external wall, windows, internal walls and partition, doors, hand railing and balustrading, finishes, rainwater plumbing, and finally sunrise. By dividing the project into smaller work packages, it becomes much easier for the project team to assign responsibility, estimate costs, and prepare project schedule. This structured approach also helps reduce errors and ensure that no important activities is overlooked. So now let's proceed to the next slide. Next, I will explain how the work breakdown structure was developed. The first step was reviewing the bill of quantities and contract document to understand the overall scope of work for the project. Next, we identify all the major building elements involved in the construction, such as the foundation, structural frame, roof, walls, doors, window, finishes, and other building components. These building elements were then grouped into 12 main work packages, which represent the major section of the project. Each work package was further divided into smaller sub-activities. For example, on the right side of the slide, which is under WBLFF, the sub-activities include pile cap, column stump, ground beam, ground floor slab, apron, and anti-termite treatment. Similarly, the framework package consists of column, roof beam, band walls, and structural steelworks, while the roof package includes the main pitch roof and jet roof. The same approach is applied to all the remaining works package until the final package, which is sunrise. So, this systematic breakdown makes every activity easier to organize, schedule, assign to different construction teams, and monitor throughout the project. Overall, the WBS provides a clear structure for managing the project because it improves planning, coordination, communication, and progress monitoring, helping the project to be completed more efficiently in the terms of time, cost, and quality. That's all for WBS. Now I will pass to the next presenter. Please welcome.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nurmaira binti Zaidi. Now I will present about project scheduling for the proposed project which was developed using Microsoft Project. Microsoft Project is a project management software that helps us plan, organize, monitor and control construction activities throughout the project. It also allows us to create a realistic project schedule, assign tasks, duration, establish activity, relationships and monitor project progress effectively. For this project, the total construction duration is 238 days. The project is scheduled to start on 29 December 2022 and is expected to be completed on 26 September 2023. This schedule was prepared based on the construction sequence and the activity listed in the BQ. Now we move on to the activity list. The activity list was prepared based on the BQ and the standard construction sequence. A total of 15 bills were identified and arranged in a logical order to ensure that every construction activity is properly planned. The activity include foundation work, structural works, architecture works, finishing works, rainwater plumbing, and sundries. Preparing a complete activity list is important because it ensures that no construction work is missed during the planning stage and allow the contractor to organize the work more efficiently. We go to duration estimation. The overall project duration is 238 days. The duration for each activity was estimated based on several important factors such as the project size, construction method, labor productivity, material availability, equipment availability, and the contractor experience. Activity involve structural works such as foundation construction and steel frame installation require a longer duration because they involve several processes including excavation, reinforcement, formwork, concrete casting, and curing. Proper duration estimation helps to ensure that every activity can be completed within the planned schedule. The next component is logic links. In this project, the activities are connected using the finish to start (FS) relationship. This means that a succeeding activity can only begin after the previous activity has been completed. For example, the structural frame cannot be constructed until the foundation works are completed. Similarly, wall construction can only begin after the structural frame is finished. Using finish to start relationships help maintain the correct construction sequence, reduce delays, minimize rework, and avoid resource conflicts. Another advantage is that Microsoft Project automatically updates the project schedule whenever changes are made to any activity. Now, let's look at the construction sequence. The project begins with foundation works, followed by the construction of the structural. After the main structure is completed, the project continues with the construction of the step and ramp, followed by the roof installation. Next, the contractor proceeds with the external wall, window installation, internal wall and partition, and door installation. Finally, the project moves to the finishing stage, including hand railing, floor and wall finishes, rainwater plumbing, and sundries before the project is completed. This construction sequence ensures that every activity is carried out in the correct order while maintaining quality, safety, and efficiency throughout the construction process. The next section is critical path analysis. Critical path analysis is used to identify the sequence of activities that directly determines the project completion dates. Activities on the critical path have zero float, which means they cannot be delayed. If any of these activities are delayed, the overall project completion date will also be delayed. Therefore, the project manager must monitor these critical activities closely to ensure that the project remains on schedule and is completed on time. Next is resource allocation. Proper resource allocation ensures that the right labor, materials, machineries, plant and equipment, and subcontractor are available whenever they are needed. Good resource planning helps avoid unnecessary waiting time, improve productivity, prevents material shortage, and ensure that construction activity runs smoothly according to the planned schedule. Effective resource allocation also contributes to better coordination among all project participants. Finally, the project schedule provides several important benefits. It helps reduce the idle time, improve labor productivity, prevent material shortage, and achieve better coordination on the construction site. Overall, using Microsoft Projects makes project planning more systematic and help ensure that the construction work is completed efficiently within the planned 238 days duration. This slide shows the first part of the Gantt chart created using Microsoft Project. The total project duration is 238 days, starting on 29 December 2022 and ending on 26 September 2023. The project begins with Bill number 1, which is the WBLFF or foundation works. These activities include excavation for pipe cap, trench excavation, hardcore, link concrete, reinforced concrete, formwork, and reinforcement. These works are carried out sequentially because the foundation must be completed before any structural work can begin. After completing the foundation, the project proceeds to build number 2, which is frames, where the reinforced concrete structure, formwork, reinforcement, steel structure works, roof structure, connection, plates, and bolts are installed. Once the main structural frame is completed, the project continues with build number 3, which is step and ramp, and finally start the roof construction under build number 4. This sequence ensures the building has a stable structure before moving on to architectural works. This slide also presents the second phase of construction schedule, which mainly focuses on the architectural works. After the structural frame and roof are completed, the project continues with build number 5, which is external wall, including wall demolition, reinforced concrete stiffeners, brickwork, dam-proof course, and reinforcement. Next, build number 6 involves the installation of aluminium fixed louvers window, followed by build number 7, internal wall and partitions, where reinforced concrete, stiffeners, brick walls, and dam-proof cores are constructed to divide the internal spaces. The project then continues with build number 8, which is door, where the mild steel door and frame are installed, followed by build number 9, hand railing and balustrading. Lastly, build number 8 and build number 11 cover the internal floor finishes and internal wall finishes, including floor hardener application, plastering, and painting works. These activities transform the building from a structural stage into a functional building ready for final finishing works. This slide shows the final stage of the project schedule. The finishing works begin with build number 12, step and ramp finishes, where cement and sand finishes are applied to the stair treads, riser, and ramp surface. Next, build number 30, external finishes includes external plastering and painting works to improve the building's appearance and provide protection against weather conditions. Then proceed with build number 14, rainwater plumbing, where stainless steel gutters, jack roof drainage, and heavy-duty UPVC rainwater pipes are installed to ensure an efficient rainwater drainage system. Finally, build number 15, sundries include the installation of the mild steel cat ladder, safety angle, and rubber bumpers. They are the final construction activities before project completions. After all works are successfully completed, the project finished on 26 September 2023, marking the completion of the...
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Siti Rashikin binti Islami. Next, I will present cash flow management. Cash flow management is the process of ensuring sufficient funds are available throughout the project to support construction activities and maintain smooth project execution. The first component is the initial capital requirement, which cover early project expenses such as site mobilization, temporary site facilities, plant and machinery mobilization, professional fees, insurance and bond, initial material procurement and other preliminary site expenses. The second component is funding sources, where the project is mainly financed through the client equity, supported by loan bank or financing, interim payment and retention release after the defect liability period. Lastly, financial risk management focus on controlling risks such as a material price fluctuation, labor cost increases and delays payment through proper cash flow forecasting, cost monitoring and also contingency planning. Let's move on to the method statement matrix. It's a document that describes the systematic procedure for carrying out construction work safely and efficiently in accordance with the approved drawing and project specification. It serves a guideline to ensure that construction activities are carried out systematically and according to the project requirement. For this project, the selected major works item is internal wall and partition works, which was developed based on Bill number 7 in the Bill of Quantities (BQ), together with the contract drawing and project specification. As shown in the method statement matrix, each activity identifies the work sequence, quantity, required resources, duration, health, safety and environmental requirement, as well as the corresponding construction costs. Continuing with the method statement matrix, the internal wall and partition works consists of 11 main construction activities arranged in a logical sequences. The work begins with reviewing the approved drawing and setting out, followed by installing the 6mm mild steel reinforcement and 10mm height tensile reinforcement for the reinforced concrete stiffener. Next, timber formwork is erected before grade 30 reinforced concrete is poured and compacted. Once the concrete has gained sufficient strength, the formwork is removed. The work then continues with the internal brick wall, followed by brick reinforcement, the dam-proof course (DPC), and finally the 6mm mild steel bonding tile to straighten the connection between the reinforced concrete stiffener and the brick wall. The process ends with the final inspection and site clearing before hand over the work to the next construction activities. Beside the work sequence, the method statement also highlight health, safety, environmental consideration. Workers must wear appropriate PPE, follow site safety procedures, and practice proper waste management to ensure that the works are carried out safely and efficiently. Finally, I will present discussion and reflection. Overall, the proposed project planning is considered feasible because the work breakdown structure, project schedule, cash flow management, and method statement matrix were prepared systematically based on the contract document and bill of quantities. However, several challenges were encountered, particularly in interpreting the BQ, determining the correct construction sequence, and preparing a realistic project schedule. Despite these challenges, this assignment improved our understanding of construction project planning while strengthening our technical knowledge, teamwork, communication and problem-solving skill, which be valuable in our future career as quantity surveyor QS.
Finally, this slide summarizes the key findings of our report and illustrate the fundamental pillars for achieving successful project delivery. Throughout this report, we have discussed that a successful construction project depends on effective planning before construction begins. As shown on the left side of the slide, strategic planning and scheduling are achieved through tools such as the work breakdown structure, critical path analysis, and data-driven decision-making. These tools help organize project activities, allocate resources efficiently, monitor progress, and support informed decision-making throughout the project lifecycle. On the right side, financial and operational control focus on ensuring the sufficient financial resources are available before construction begins. So proper cash flow planning together with a well-prepared work method statement helps minimize financial uncertainty, establish clear construction procedures, and ensure compliance with health, safety, and quality requirements during project execution. At the center of the framework are the four pillars of project success, which is the time, cost, quality, and safety. So these four elements are closely interconnected and represent the primary objective that every construction project should achieve. Effective planning and scheduling support timely completion. Financial management ensures cost control. Quality management guarantees compliance with project specifications, while safety management protects workers, equipment, and the surrounding environment throughout the construction process. In conclusion, the successful delivery of the new PET Building Stock 6 project depends on the integration of effective planning, structured contract administration, sound financial management, and strong collaboration among all project stakeholders. By applying these project management principles, the project can be completed efficiently while meeting the required standards of time, cost, quality, and safety. Thank you. That concludes our presentation.